If you use AI programs like ChatGPT, CoPilot, or others to draft your writing, you know what's going to make the biggest difference in what you get? How you write your prompt. That's why this video will share a prompt writing formula, including all the different factors you want to clarify when you ask AI to write something for you. I'm Erin Labax. This is High Value Writing. Thanks for being here. Before we get to the formula, I'm going to share some prompts I put in and then share the results I got. You'll see when I was pretty generic with my prompt, the results were not great. But I'm going to share 5 best practices also in that formula for what you do want to indicate in your prompt. And you'll see how my results came out a lot better. Okay, first example, using ChatGPT with a generic prompt. I asked the program to write an email telling new employees they need to attend an orientation training. So I kind of clarified who it was for, but not much else. Here's what I got. It's a little long for my taste, and you'll see if you look a little closely, it might have a little bit of a generic feeling. And I realized, you know what? I didn't intend for this to be so long. I had accidentally forgotten to clarify that in my prompt. So here's another version where I clarify the length and I clarify the tone because I didn't want it to sound so generic and almost bureaucratic. So now I've said, please write a 1-paragraph email telling new employees to attend orientation using a friendly tone. And here's what I got that time. Even has an emoji in the subject line. I think it's a lot friendlier. Best of all, it's a lot shorter. You may know that when you write with AI, they tend to sometimes be a little bit long-winded. And so that's going to be in the formula, clarifying the length and also clarifying the tone. In fact, we're going to look at these 5 best practices to clarify what you can put into your prompt. These will all be in the formula at the end. You can see with that last one, I did indicate the length and the tone. And we're going to look at some of these others next. Okay, the last 2 ideas of these best practices are to clarify things like format and also to build on your previous prompts. I really enjoy doing that. You ask the program to write something, they give you what they give you, then you can still make tweaks, right? Please make this shorter, please make this more casual, etc. Here's what I added. Great, please present this with bullets in the formatting. And there's what I got as a result right under it. Right away, I was able to get the same paragraph, but with some formatting now. I'm not sure which one to pick, honestly. This one is a little bit longer than the 1 paragraph was, although in general, I do like to use bullets in my writing. Let's look at a CoPilot example. Again, I did a pretty generic prompt. I asked CoPilot, write a LinkedIn post sharing about the importance of writing respectfully to colleagues. I did sort of say where it would be posted, but that's about it, in my opinion. I ended up with an example that seems pretty clearly written by AI. That's another risk with a generic prompt, is it could sound clearly like this came from somewhere else. What we have here is sort of the classic 5-paragraph essay, and that firstly, secondly, moreover, etc., I think is kind of a giveaway that this was written by AI. More importantly, though, it's not really the way people like to read. It's very generic, it's remote, it's far away, it's describing things, but it's really not talking to you. So I tweaked that prompt a little bit, focusing on that best practice of clarifying my readers and what I'm trying to get done. Now I said make it shorter and orient this to new college graduates starting their jobs. You can see what I got this time, and it is more reader-centered. So we do need to clarify all of that. And that brings us to that writing formula, that prompt writing formula. I'll share it and an example as well. Basically, here's the formula. Write a what length, what type of writing, to who, that, does what, using what kind of tone. We have 5 things in there, 5 best practices reflected into this formula. So here's an example of how it works. When I plug all of those in, I get something like, write a 2-sentence Instagram post for college students who need help applying to graduate school or jobs using a casual and motivating tone. That's the kind of prompt that's going to get me a result that works. Remember, don't leave it generic. You won't get what you need. We really do need to clarify things like length, what kind of thing we're writing, what we're trying to get done, who's going to read it, and what we want our tone to be. Let me know what else you do to make your AI writing turn out well. I bet you have some prompt tricks as well, and we'd love to hear them. Please share in the comments. How else can we write with AI, but by using a good prompt, still sound human?